Ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Apes Cafe. Great appreciation for people, entertainment, and success. To my right, you have Carrie, and to my left, you have Cool Kev.
It's good with it.
And how y'all been, man? Y'all been all right? How y'all doing?
I've seen better days.
Doing pretty good, man.
I'm not even gonna cap. No cap. Seen better days.
What you mean? What happened?
I cleaned a whole bunch of mold without wearing a face mask.
Oh, man.
Wrecked.
That mold is detrimental to your health. Always wear masks and follow HIPAA protocol.
Hold on, so like, what's wrong? Like, did he vet you somehow?
I thought I had COVID, so I went to the doctor. Didn't have COVID, didn't have the flu, and she said I had a bad sinus infection and was wheezing real bad. Gave me 4 medicines, and that was pretty much it. Just got a pretty bad respiratory and sinus infection. But it's
you got to tighten up. What?
But not only that, don't use no bleach to clean up mold too. It releases bad toxins in the air. You're supposed to use something like vinegar. But get a mold expert to actually help remove mold, or make sure you wear the proper PPE. And you didn't have a mask.
Just wear a mask. I didn't wear a mask. I was being a knucklehead.
Yeah, mold ain't, especially black mold, y'all. Black mold ain't nothing to play with. I'm telling you. Look it up. Do your research. You know. Today's topic I wanted to talk about originally was Project 2024, but since my homegirl Brittany, shout out to Queen Brittany, she couldn't pick up the phone. Granted, you know she's busy. I get it. And shout out to Christopher Sims. He couldn't pick up his phone. Couldn't pick up his phone? What the hell happened? Nah. But anyway, but yeah, shout out to y'all. Hope y'all doing all right. But today's topic I wanted to talk about is what is something you have accomplished as an adult that your younger self would be proud of? And I'm gonna let you start that off, bro. What's the younger self will be proud of what you're doing right now if your younger self was to look at the you right now?
I mean, this. First of all, I mean, this being myself got me a lot of places. But the main thing though is like,
that's true. I see that. Like
discipline and like knowledge. You feel me? Like this the knowledge I have and discipline I have. Like I'm able to, you know, like I can control myself more. If that making sense, like.
That takes some self-discipline.
I got a lot more control over what I do. You feel me? Mm. So that's really it.
So really. Self-control.
Yeah, self-control and just discipline and
So the younger you lack self-control and discipline. You didn't have that quality.
Man, I was just blowing in the wind and kind of, you know.
I think it said blowing in the wind, boy.
Blowing in the wind.
Nigga just
I was blowing in the
wind. I hear that, Chief. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What about you, Brosa? What is something you have accomplished?
As a kid, it would probably be a world-ranked Sonic player because I was a big Sonic fan back in the day.
So the younger you will look at you like, yo, you world-ranked?
World-ranked.
Like, yo, you gotta elaborate. Get the mic closer to you, bro. You gotta elaborate. So what you mean, world-ranked? For those who don't know.
I think like a couple of years ago. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably, you know, if I would have looked at it maybe beforehand, I probably would have been laughing over there like Kevin and stuff like that. But you know, Sonic is something I've always played throughout my childhood.
I always had Sonic. And I was the first one out of all my family that got Sega.
Yeah,
Sega.
So when I got an Xbox a couple of years ago, and I started playing I started putting my times online, and you know, then I hit my first world rank. You know, to see how good I can go.
I think it's a world rank. So like, what number we talking about here?
I think it depends on what game, but I think it's like crazy. At least top 10,000 in the world out of millions. So you gotta make it there at least. But
so
my highest world ranked in one of the stages is 61. I got one that's 70. I got one that's 121. I got one that's 170 out of millions.
Damn!
All the Sonic players that upload their time.
Oh,
so
that's crazy.
I didn't think I was that good at Sonic, but you know, I don't take it competitive. I just have fun. That's the most important part. But yeah, my kid self would be impressed with that.
Oh, okay. I'm just quietness caught the room because I'm just picturing Carrie playing Sonic right now.
They got me thinking about Sonic.
Yo, I gotta get the top rank. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get that top rank. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, what is something you have accomplished as an adult that your younger self will be proud of? So, I think honestly, for me, I feel like it's really two. I probably got 2 or 3 statements on that. The first one is,
all right.
You good, Chief? I'm just elaborating. The first and most important is alive. You know, I didn't think where I'm from at the time. A lot of people didn't make it past the age of 18, let alone somebody to see adulthood. And that doesn't mean that they might be in prison for the rest of their lives. So in a sense, a part of them died because they're gonna die in prison. So I think that's one of the ones I'm proud of myself looking. If my younger self had to look back at me now on that. The second one, I have to say, it's cliche. Sis, I got sis up in the audience. Don't come for me. I gotta say my children though. I gotta say the children because like I always wanted a son. Now that I have 2 of them, it's like double the positivism. She talks about my mind. And no, I'm not. I'm a daddy at heart. I love my children. And not negating that if somebody don't love their children, but like it's the things that really make me feel proud. Like if I have a bad day, just to come home, my little 2 knuckleheads, thing 1 and thing 2, having toys everywhere. Daddy. Give me a hug and you know what I mean? Shout out to the parents if you felt that or is feeling that. Give yourself a round of applause. That's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot to embrace that. And the third thing is just staying out of trouble for me. Oh my gosh. Like if my mom was alive, just to see how I'm not getting in trouble. I have no idea. Even my homeboy Carrie, he don't know. Like before I moved to North Carolina, I was bad, y'all. I was a seed of Chucky. I fight students, and if I lose a fight, I go back, stab them with a pencil. And I would say, look, that's how I'm laughing because it's just it's a whole juxtaposition of where I'm at now. That's not me now, But I'm laughing because, like, think about it. Like, I'm the only child. So in the projects, everybody got like 2, 3, 4 brothers and sisters and shit, right? And so when I'm fighting somebody, I'm always fighting more than one person. And so I lost more fights than I won. And yes, I'm real enough to say that because a lot of y'all be capping about you winning all your fights. You cap, I've been jumped more times than anybody I know. But when I lose a fight, I be on some, I'm out here looking for revenge. But I'm happy that's not the me now. Like the me now is just, the younger self of me will look back at me now and just be so proud. I ain't really out here trying to be conniving and starting problems. I am a drama king though. I am a drama king. But I don't cause drama like that. So I have to toast to y'all and y'all perspective on that ideology. If you could look back, I'm still surprised Carrie is the top ranking in Sonic. Well, not really.
Yeah, that's crazy. Though.
I'm definitely not.
It really ain't easy as it sounds. Like
the man always been a game head, but I didn't know he was like on that level.
Yeah. Video games are something I do enjoy to do. I think a lot of people. I think that's a boomer term now, always sitting at the house playing video games. But me personally, I'd rather play video games than being on PH and all these other ridiculous websites that pretty much.
Well, what's PH?
That's not good.
No, you gotta go because I want to know. Like,
ask your buddy about that. The XNXX and all that stuff.
Oh, Pornhub.
Yeah.
If I got kids, I would encourage kids to play the heck out of them video games before getting them a cell phone or tablet.
He'd rather play the game. You know what I'm saying?
They can't access those sites on video game consoles.
We should dive. Let's dive in that. I do agree with you on that though. Like, well, my son, my shout out to my sister-in-law Faith. You know who you are. She bought 2 tablets for my sons, and I really didn't like the idea of them being having tablets or exposed to YouTube. So when they broke their tablets, I was so happy. Like they broke it. Because you think my black ass about to... No, they don't need no tablets or smartphones. My children might be laughed at when they go to school because their first phone about to be the flip phone. They don't need to be having this computer. All right, and I get it. There's apps you can monitor your children or what they're doing on the phone. But they need to, like, y'all, you remember, Carrie, our first Facebook was me leaving my grandmother's house in Dutchman Acres, Southport, and riding down the street to your house on a bike. We all getting together on a bike. And yeah, we did some crazy shit, running away from Rockwilders. Remember that Rockweiler was chasing after us on that bike? My ass was out, boy. You couldn't tell me nothing, boy. Going to the abandoned houses, fucking explore. Remember those bees almost got us? Bees, boy.
But the thing is, a lot of things in this world is going to be dangerous for you. So it's about, I think, doing it at the right time and stuff, but just giving your kid only a cell phone or only a tablet, and that's the whole world. Like a lot of adults these days, the phone is just everything in the world.
But I saw like my cousin.
But you can learn so much. Like if you can, read how to cook or something like that. Yeah, I mean that's how you should. I think that's how people should use technologies for the information.
That's true.
But now people are just throwing their whole lives on there and
putting too much information. And you know who you are, who you be putting your whole world, your whole life story on Facebook.
Like they talk to Facebook more than they talk to somebody.
That's
like,
right.
It's like asking Facebook, my day was bad. What should I do about that?
That's weird. And it doesn't help with AI. Because AI, artificial intelligence, got an answer for you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's kind of crazy. What should I do? There's definitely the danger of it, the internet. And children getting on websites. I wouldn't, like getting on websites they shouldn't get on. I just heard about something where a 14-year-old got on a website and she texts this guy to pick her up, and she told her parents that she's not coming back. And this was like on the news. And they end up finding the IP address of where she was text her parents on Facebook, and they end up finding her the person who technically abducted the child, even though the child wanted to leave home. I think her ass is a little bit grown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be 15-year-old texting creeps, and suppose he would have been a murderer.
The creep shouldn't be texting them damn people.
But she initiated. See, this is the danger. That's the danger. Her ass being a little bit too grown. And just like that movie Friday, what Pop said? Well, since you grown, don't bring your black ass back home. Nah, but yeah, that information definitely need to be. We got to be cautious on what our children is exposed to.
But you got to be cautious what you expose yourself to too.
Like red pilling yourself. Give me an example, Karen.
Like red pill. Well,
go ahead, give me an example.
That's what I'm saying. Like I do like a lot of the red pill content, but I don't take in 100% of what I hear to heart.
I sure hope not.
But I take, what good I think is good out of the whole thing.
Have you been red pilled?
Oh, yeah.
You got to give me an example. And you got to go in depth because we had this discussion before.
I guess the biggest thing I'm trying to work on, my, biggest project is, work on myself, figuring out what, how to make myself happy from the inside,
Work on that.
A lot of us men and women, we go out and try to look for happiness from other people or materialistic things. And, at the end of it all we get to say is, I accumulated all this, and then we die and we don't take none of it with us. So, really what's the point? Did it make you happy, So, I'm focused on what I need to make myself happy rather than what I want to make myself happy. And
say that again. There's a difference between needs and wants. Say that one more again.
I'm focusing on what I need to make myself happy right now. I'm trying
Gosh.
to, of course, everybody wants a lot of things to make themselves happy and stuff, but I feel like, I'm chasing all this stuff to get there. And it's like, do I really need it, or am I happy? Am I content with what I have now? And what I got now. And I think I really am,
I think that's what's up though. Like working on yourself. I know Kev since college, and I feel like Kev, what's your perspective?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, that's why I said, man, like, I changed my whole mindset a lot on everything, because, like, just where I'm at now, man, I just wish I could have, like, you always wish you can go back a little bit, but I just feel tapped in, like.
What you mean? You got some regrets? What you mean go back?
Nah, like, yeah, I do got regrets of wasting time. That's really what it is.
That's worse than wasting money. You right.
Like, yo, I don't know. I mean, I'm just, like, I'm like a smart person, so I started using my brain a lot. And it's like, damn, like, I do so much shit. I'd be like, I should, if I would have put this much time in myself when I was little, I would have been sharp, real sharp now. But good thing that I know the difference. So it made me go harder. You know what I mean? Try to shoot for the stars type shit.
I agree with both of y'all.
I feel like it ain't nothing I can't do. Like if I was on a way, like if I was in survival mode, like I could do like I feel like I can do just about anything.
That's
like,
true for both. Yeah. You
not trying to sound like magical and no shit like that, but like
he said magical. Arabian Nights, Arabian Day.
You know what I mean? Feel like I could just make some shit happen real quick.
Right.
We all gotta suffer somehow to learn.
Pain is necessary for growth.
Man.
That's true.
I mean, shit, I smile all the time, but don't let it fool you. Like, I've been in jail twice.
My nigga nickname should be Smiley.
I'm going through a lot of stuff that I'm still suffering from, but it's important, can I really detach myself from the suffering part of it, Do I really have to let it affect my whole core?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, sitting there, like dragging that suffering shit, you gonna always suffer. Cause you sit there and you dwelling in it, and you sit there. It's just like sitting in the. It's like cutting the hot tub on and fill the water and just sit in it.
Life is one.
Like, you can't do that,
too
bro.
hot.
You gotta take a shower, bro. You gotta wash that shit off. You let that shit go down the drain.
He said, don't sit in the dirty water.
Yeah,
Wash that shit down the drain. Yeah. Don't leave that ring on the tub. You dirty motherfuckers. What I'm talking.
Yeah, you gotta move through shit quick. You gotta move quick, man.
Life is one big struggle, pretty much.
Pain is necessary,
but like, it's about really. For me now, it's like enjoying the journey, see what struggles you can overcome. I
remember when Tim,
it's just enjoying the journey.
I remember when I was talking about struggling and Tim, and he went. On my birthday, that nigga bought me a damn Twit card. and like, I was thinking about it, right? I ain't never really used it. And then one day I just was like, fuck it, bro. I started using that shit. And then that's crazy because that's the joint that helped me really make that extra money that I need. You feel me?
Right. Okay.
Going work at the port. Man, I come home. I be like,
he's like,
so you can ask anybody, my friend, whoever, bro. I be like,
nah, Kev family.
I come home, I be tired as a motherfucker, but goddamn, that shit be good money. Sometimes I don't even go there and do no hard ass work. I ain't gonna lie to you, like I go there and work real hard. Like it's not like that. Like it just jobs like that just pay more because this is about like awareness and like it's like where you at mentally.
Right.
So like that's why I said another thing. Like that all go back to what I said. Why I be like just glad that I got the knowledge and understanding where I'm at today. My younger self ain't never had that shit.
Right.
You feel me? It was wild. You
just gotta look out for like you know who your people. Like shout out to my people who are real friends. You know who you are, and shout out to those who know how to be a friend to you. And so like everybody was gonna buy my nigga alcohol or making sure he get a plate of food. Something that he gonna appreciate it, but it's not gonna last. And so I'm thinking like, nah, what gift can I give somebody? I don't celebrate birthdays, but you know, it's my nigga birthday, bro. Let me call you up. Hey, bro, go ahead the Twick office.
But I sat in there like nobody don't really know. I sat in there for 4 hours on my birthday.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a long ass time.
Like nigga, I could like you don't know how you like nobody don't really understand.
I didn't even know it was that long.
Yeah, nigga,
I had an appointment. I had to read. I just went to the Twick office to.
The Twick office move around town, like it moves around.
That shit is Staples right now.
But where I was at, that shit was like I had to wait for a little minute.
It was right there near Roses.
Nah, it was out there like near Marysville area.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Twick. And I'm happy you brought that up, man. So it was a woman, the Twick officer there, right? And so she's a sister, which means that she looked like me. And she keep on asking me, do you have a record? Do you have a record? And I'm looking at this woman like she literally judging me. A sister who looks like me is judging me because I have dreads, I got a nose ring, whatever it may be. But she's judging me thinking that I have a record. Now she's reading to me, and it says I do have a juvenile record. It said excluding juvenile.
Yeah.
Any type of juvenile troubles, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, you reading this to me. Are you not reading? Excluding? That means not including. So no, I don't have a record. You know? And then I told her, like, don't judge me because I got dread. It don't even be like off subject. It don't even be white people sometimes. It be your own people. It's not racism, it's not just into the what the agenda that we see with news and propaganda and radio and politics. It's really be your own people sometimes. I'm like, this woman is blacker than me, and she keep thinking that I have a record. I wanted to curse her ass out. You know who you are. But anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah. What you about to say, Chief?
Well, about the nose ring thing. I was saying a lot of women online are getting a little stick about the nose ring. They're saying it looks like some what's the story about like bulls? They used to own bulls or something like that.
I don't know the story.
It used to show ownership or something. And like a lot of people are complaining online about women with no rings and stuff.
There's a truck driver that works at my company. I won't say his name. He's like, man, Tim got a nose ring, man. Ain't that weird? He's weird, man. I like being weird, right? I don't want to be like everybody else. That's one. Two, it's my culture. It's not Western culture. You got to understand about piercings and what the nose ring signified in a lot of different villages in Africa, in different countries, in the continent of Africa.
So what does a nose ring signify to Tim Thomas?
It signifies being a chief.
Chief.
And just leader of his tribe.
So you got a masculine viewpoint of it.
I have
dominant viewpoint.
I have that. Yeah. And my other viewpoint is freedom of expression. You should be able to express yourself. You got people putting tattoos and shit in their eyeballs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, get on them. That's something that you can lose your sight, bro. You can lose your fucking eyes. All right?
Yeah.
Here I am, got a little nose ring. I can hide it every now and then. Niggas don't know I got a piercing. Or I can flip it out, you know? Like.
So if you're drinking a can of soda sometimes, does it ever clip on the soda and get caught?
Nah, I ain't never caught.
Not like that.
It ain't never get caught. But it got caught on my dread before.
Got caught in your dreads.
Well, I can imagine to some of the people who got nose rings and the females who got piercings downstairs. That could be tragic. But we won't go into that detail. Hey, look, quietness caught the room. Hey, look. But shout out to my people who do have a septum piercing and piercings in general and who want to express themselves differently. I always been different in high school. Gary, you know, I had the designs in I used to always put designs in my head and shit. And if I fuck up the design, I cut it all off. I was just weird. I was a dude who go into high school. I could sit at every table. I sit with the geeks. We talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Magic of the Gathering. I go sit with the football players. We talk about football, track. Y'all know who you are. Shout out to South Brunswick. But also went to North Brunswick. Shout out to North Brunswick. And freedom of expression is you. Like, that's the problem with this country. That's the problem I have with Project 2025. Wanting to take certain freedoms or having people to manipulate freedoms in a sense. And I think that's the greatest sadness, you know, like let people be themselves. If they're not killing nobody, raping nobody, why they can't express themselves?
Yeah, I think the main viewpoint of 2025 is a whole bunch of people they can look down on, because if they don't got nobody they can project down on, they don't look as high as they think they do. And at this point in age, everybody's human, what makes people more superior than others.
I mean, you got to understand, part of the contingency plan of Project 2025 is that they want to abolish the Department of Education.
Yep.
They want to get rid of free school lunch program and ban books. They want to require everybody in the public system for schools to take the military test or the ASVAB test for the draft. That's Project 2025. And some people are like, that's something too extreme. But it is. Because what you're asking for is it's a form of control. If they win that project, what's the next project then? So you mean if I had money, let's say if I'm a millionaire and I enroll my children in a private school, everybody in private school don't have to sign the ASVAB test, but everybody in the public school have to. This is our children.
Yeah.
I wanted to really talk about Project 2025. Chris can't fact check me. He ain't here. Brittany, she's some way over the rainbow. Shout out to sis. But yeah, people gotta be able to express themselves and be who they are. I mean, can you imagine if you really didn't have a level of freedom of speech, would we be able to have podcasts?
Yo, that's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Like, let that sink in. Some countries can't have podcasts like this.
Maybe you can have a podcast glorifying the great leader.
That would be that. Look,
crazy.
I mean, when you said that, I thought about North Korea. Oh gosh,
crazy stuff. But
they almost borderline worship him. He's looked at as a god, and I'm pretty sure the people over there know that he's not a god. But you better not show that to him when the leader, the great dictator, the honorable. Whatever his name is, Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is.
Kim Jong-un.
It's still weird, that relationship with him and Dennis Rodman, because Dennis Rodman got his phone number. He be calling him and shit. That's so weird. Nigga talk about something, yeah. I can imagine this phone call. Well, yeah, you Americans better get your shit together because I plan on nuking. I'm dropping a nuke test. I done spent $2.4 billion on this test. I'm gonna go drop a nuke in the ocean tomorrow. Like, what the fuck? Like, can you imagine? Like, that's crazy. That's really, really crazy. But yeah, let's get off that subject of Project 2025. and when it comes down to freedom of expression, like, you gotta be able to be yourself. If you can't be yourself, I think that's a hindrance to everybody.
Yeah, definitely though, because like, man, if somebody can't be themselves, then what the fuck, like, what are they going to be? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I mean, this is something I'm still trying to figure out myself now too. It's like how to free myself from myself. That's I think that's the ultimate freedom.
This
really.
nigga sound like it's a matrix. Wait a minute. How to free yourself from yourself. That makes sense though. It do make sense. Like, but it sound different, but if you really sit there and think about it, you are your worst enemy. It's not the external factors. It's how you think.
That's why I keep trying to tell you, man. Like, it's all about just where you at in your mind.
They got everybody that they got everybody. Not everybody, but they got a lot of people in the mass thinking that they got to make all their happiness conditional. Like, you got to have a college degree to make this much money, then get the house, and then get the job, which isn't reality for a lot of people these days. So people has got to wake up somehow. And it's like, I think it's a renaissance.
Yeah, because the drawback about the college degree is, if you do have enough money, and have to make sure you get into grants.
I mean, it's a good thing, but
stuff like that.
Is it really making all these people happy?
I got a person, I know a doctor right now, he has almost $1 million in student loans.
I got like 50,000 myself.
We go.
Hey, did you?
I gotta help you out with that. I'm sure I gotta hit you.
Do yours?
I did mine. I gotta make sure. I gotta hook you up with that.
So like,
it's
did
a
it
way.
work though?
I gotta wait. I'm on the list to get that out. But yeah, it works.
So like,
predatory college.
Like,
I list.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I be on my grown man shit. So I'm checking my credit and shit.
And that like, college student loan.
Yeah, bro. That's all right. Hey, look, I pay about everything back. Well, whatever I did have, you feel me? So,
right.
That's the only thing I'm looking like. Damn, like that shit just
I got
kind
to
of hinder and delay. Like
today before you leave the
my
crib
credit
today.
my credit to be fire as hell.
I'm gonna send you the link
on
on fixing that. Anybody, and what we talk about is predatory colleges. Anybody went to a predatory, look up your college. If it's on a predatory college list, you have there's a way to get out of your student loan debt, and you got to visit the Department of Education website. Look up your college to see if it's on that list of predatory loans. So yeah. Because we definitely got to get up out of that.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that ain't it.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That
shit, like that's something. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit definitely ain't it. Let's switch subject. So, have you ever been in a toxic relationship, or have you been the person to create a toxic environment? And before I get y'all to answer that question, I'm gonna explain my perspective or myself. Throughout all my relationships in the past, whether it's with my friends, females, even family, I realized that I've always been the toxic one in the relationship. I'm that person who used to be, if everything is good going on, I would definitely sabotage the relationship on purpose. And I don't know why I used to do it. And as I gotten older and I became wiser and start meditating, and I also talk about a little danger about meditation, because there is a danger of meditating too much. But I realized
I kind of had to feel that, but I ain't never like get to that point because I already kind of had an understanding of myself. Like,
dangers of meditation.
Yeah,
it is a danger.
Anything that can do good can also do bad.
The dangers of meditation is you become too sensitive. You could become too sensitive to your surroundings and people. And but that's why I learned for myself, working on myself, that he was just talking about earlier, that I can't always expect people to act like me or to honor certain responsibilities. You know, shout out to Christopher Sims. We was just talking about how it's important to communicate.
Yeah.
And I ain't throwing my nigga under the bus, but he ain't communicate today. I hit him up. We got him in the group chat. He ain't hit us back. Now, granted, Chris get a little, he get a little a segue because of his personal situations. But what I'm realizing is that the old me, I'm grimy. The old me, bro, would have been like, I ain't fucking with this nigga no more. He ain't communicating, da 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 da. But this, I gonna say new me, but the wise me is, we are human at the end of the day.
Yeah, and got shit going on.
We got a lot of shit going on. I got shit going on. My nigga Kev got shit going on. Carrie got shit going on. You yourself, this is Great Apes Cafe. Please like, subscribe, share. You yourself might be having a lot going on, and it's best to actually give somebody grace. I do understand that time, like my nigga Kev was saying earlier, it should not be. What's worse than wasting money is time.
Yeah, and
there's a respect factor when somebody don't show up on time or somebody don't communicate with somebody. Unconsciously, I be thinking like, damn, they just basically saying fuck you. They ain't communicating. But granted, the newer me realized I gotta give people grace, because at the end of the day, we all human.